just, it's a little bit over where the first tower would have been. Just over that, and just bang in the middle. Kind of a good freezing point. Stun. Oh no, the stun missed.
Look at this though. You can see Draven, right? Draven is he's gonna fall behind in CS because he's running around taking things like enemy camps. Because the fact that he's taken the opposing tower means he doesn't really have anything to do. He can't go that far, like push that far out, because he doesn't have vision. Not really throughout the enemy jungle. And so, and even if he did, that's a long way to run back if you're in trouble. So instead, he's focusing on more group-orientated objectives, which is fine. But Vayne does scale extremely well. So does Draven. If Vayne gets enough alone time with free farm while Draven's killing dragons and stuff, we might see a little bit of a turnaround.
Now, this dragon is going to get spotted. They know it's there. Udyr can't even contest it. He's on the wrong side of the map. Bang. That's a dragon.
They completely ignore it. Even if they know it's even if they know that it's going to happen, it makes more sense just to ignore it than to run halfway there and then all the way back.
Yeah, it's probably best to ignore it. And I mean, you can ignore the first two dragons. And most people are like, what? You cannot? And it's like, well, you can actually. You can, people. It works.
You can, but generally you want to get something out of it.
Well, they just, yeah. And right now they're
rather than just having the enemy team rotate mid and take your tower
kill
off
you as they do get the stun down there. But there's a scatter of the week. The hook does land, and that's Quackham with the next kill right there. They're going to dive a Gnar. And he is... Yeah, he's going to come out of Mega right now.
Yeah, that's unfortunate. Here comes the Shaco.
Can he be... He has been found. Oh, the distortion of Way. Does put the knife
no,
nah. Oh, he hops away. Can he get out of this? He does. No, he gets hooked back. Poor Gnar, he is dead. Quackham on a killing spree right there. Beautiful hook coming out from Nautilus. The Dredge Line just enough. He's doing a thing, and they get another tower. This dominating performance on some unconventional picks. Is that an inner mid tower? Uncontested for Draven? Wow. Okay, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah. It's sort of weird that their name is China now. Because they're using Draven in a very... well, not only is Draven a more popular AD carry in China, they're using him in a very Chinese style. In China, most AD carries will get... well, not most, but a lot of the time will get just BF Sword and then Zerka Greaves. And they just run around the map taking towers. That's their job for the first 20-odd minutes.
Well, it's a very aggressive manner, the LP... we'll go with the LPL because that's...
Yeah, it's the LPL.
The LPL meta is, as people have said, somewhat similar to an Oceanic meta, except a lot more aggressive, a lot more coordinated, now that the Koreans are playing in the LPL. Last year it was a bit somewhat a little bit squishy, messed up in a way. You look at teams like well, they were an NA team, LMQ, showed very aggressive style, but and thrived in team fights, but objective wise it only really came down to the AD carry.
That's right. Now, it's funny because that's the exact opposite of how it is in Dota. In Dota, the Chinese teams are extremely, like, methodical, refuse to fight. It's just odd. Anyway.
Yeah, we get some things. The Dredge Line does land. And he's about to transform. Can he transform just in time? No, he cannot. That's another kill. 4-0 and 0 for that Syndra.
The unleashed power coming out. Syndra showing off what she can do. And
that's getting sort of the occult on Draven. I'm done.
Yeah, I told you, man. China boys have zero respect for their opposition. And why should they? They're 6k ahead at 12 minutes.
There's a certain level where you would want to have that respect, as Udyr does get hooked, he does get smited. Dominus is not going to be enough. They have to actually leave it. Udyr's going to survive because he is the god dear, people. He just survives it. But yeah, they don't have to respect their team. This enemy team. They're quite clearly the better of two right now. Not counting my chickens before they hatch, but it's 6-1, and the gold leaders. Oh god, what is that gold lead?
It's gigantic.
7k.
It just broke 7k. Well, approximately 7k. Yeah.
Approximately 7k at 12 minutes.
Yep.
And Nautilus just goes in because he can. He can endure the pain as they're going to go and Scatter the Weak does land, but Oh no, I thought Prisoner was dying then. Quackham is now unstoppable, flung into the wall. Could this be the death of Pink Bubbles? No, it's not! Raps will take a kill as Meganar goes down. Nautilus. Hoodlum, what were you thinking? They're pinging Baron! No, it's too early.
No Baron for a little bit yet, friend.
We got to wait 7 minutes. That would have been perfect time. If this was Trick 2G, he would have been yelling Baron. If it was a Trick Spectator, it would have been Baron now, boy. Oh wait, it's too early. Oh, there we go, depth charge and.
Well, here comes the TP in, but it's a complete waste of time, really. If they were gonna get her, they were gonna get her without Renekton.
Well, I think Nautilus is gonna kill her. Oh no. No, he doesn't.
Yeah. Now, I just want to talk about one of the fights earlier a little bit. When they killed Gnar as he tried to bounce away and they landed that nice hook, as they, I'll say this as they pursue Mishmash here.
Nope. Oh, he did get the kill. I told you.
Fate and goes for the emote spam.
Oh, beautiful.
But yeah, again, China Boys now have 0-0 fear, from their opposition. Like, they're just not even worried about it. It might actually cost them because look, Draven, he's 2-0, which is nothing to sneeze at. But he's basically even with Vayne and CS. She's been farming this whole time while Draven's been running around getting stuff done. Vayne has been farming, and
of course, potentially the 80 carry threat. But I look at this. I agree with you that this is kind of a little hidden pick card thing there. Vayne's got this just sitting back farming, like what 5 CS ahead of him at the moment with the Blade of the Rune King. But yeah. The Gnar, who's supposed to be the tank line, and the Udyr. Let's look at Gnar first. Warden's Mail.
Yeah,
lose all the damage.
Two halves of an item.
Yeah, well, right now, LeBlanc 0-3-0 getting dominated in lane again.
And she actually went with their Fiends, which I kind of liked because it was smarter, but she just had a really bad laning phase, for one. Syndra, though, has now got the Morella Monocon. She's got the Sork Shoes and the Neasly Large Rod. Gnar can do nothing against this. He's supposed to be a tank for this, but he can't do anything because he's prioritized armor over this kind of comp. You haven't seen, to be honest, have you seen Draven in the fights? No, of course not. He's
not really
busy doing other stuff.
But there is like AD on their team. Shaco still does.
Unleash Power just kills Gnar right there, like.
Yeah.
Destroys him.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm saying there. We've got a Gnar who's supposed to be our tank. He's not Gnaring. He just can't do it. And
look, all I'm saying is
all I'm saying is that's a godlike syndrome.
Yeah, it's a little hard to itemize against a nearly 10k gold lead at 16 minutes. Like, there's not really. I can't sit here and be like that build sucks. What build? He hasn't built anything.
Yeah, that's very true. I agree. That's very true. I don't know. I thought Gnar would have had a bit more of an advantage at the stage. I mean, he's even fall behind the CS of Renekton, despite the bullying capabilities of him. The lane swap was a good idea. I'll give them that. But
maybe. I don't think they necessarily considered all the angles. I think they sat there and went, we do not want to have to Vayne against this, right? Like, nuts to that, not dealing with it. Yada yada yada, but they didn't necessarily think about the concerns for Gnar. Gnar was in a winning matchup, and he got swapped into one that's not quite so friendly for him.
As they're going to depth charge, he's going to get away, knock up there, coming out from a. It's just a dominating performance coming out, and it's very rare to see this because I look at both of these teams. A lot of picks. Again, I look at the pick and ban phase. A lot of these meta strong champions just fell right out of the draft. I mean, yeah, because Zera and Victor were banned out from their mid lane. They brought in an unconventional in Syndra. But, Rek'Sai was up. Rek'Sai is an option right there.
Obviously, Oceanic High School meta is some weird meta I don't know about.
It must be.
Because Rek'Sai, there's no way. Could
this be a dead Draven or a dead Udyr? Let's see. No, it's a dead Draven. He finally gets killed. So that's 2 kills on the board there. LeBlanc will pick up that kill. And that's literally 3 people to take out 180 carry at the moment.
Whoa!
Here comes the assassination!
Look at the chat. Can you see the chat?
Yeah.
Mishmash just says in all FF now, please.
Oh, I can't see all chat.
Oh, okay. Well,
I've turned off chat. It's part of
probably
my
the
streaming.
right decision. Look, 12, 2 to 12 at 18, 18 minutes.
Well,
like
Baron's up in 2 minutes. We'll have to wait and see. Oh, yeah,
this.
I can't even see Baron. Hey, but hey, for the good part of it, sort of the occult lost some stacks.
Okay, so what does this mean for China boys now? China now boys. Who would they be playing next if they get through this?
No, it's a round robin. It's a round robin.
Oh, okay, okay.
So
they net themselves.
It puts
points.
fear in their next team.
Yeah, yeah, absolutely.
Of course, and I did state it when we did start the stream, guys. I did say 5 teams. There's actually 10 teams. There's apparently a Group B. I just didn't notice. Production pointed that out for me. Just to pop that out there. So I didn't notice the 5 other teams apparently. So get on me. That's a ward taken away. And just, look at this performance. I've got to give it to China now, boys. They've just done so well for themselves. Even with the strangest odd picks, actually. But well. Actually, no, none of them but the Nautilus is the current meta pick. So.
You're right. I mean,
Renekton will hover. But I haven't seen Syndra play competitively.
No, absolutely not. Obviously, she went out with the assassin meta, which it happens.
Yeah.
Yeah, like it's just it. Look.
This is a match you can't really analyze. Can we?
Like, like what am I supposed to say? They're getting dumpstered. They're getting put in the dumpster, right? Like, how am I supposed to analyze this? All of the objectives have gone to China now, boys.
That's a great dredge line. Here comes the depth charge. Pink Bubbles gets a kill.
Like, this is over.
This is clearly over. And
we'll not be surprised if they surrender in 3 seconds.
Well, they took out the inhibitor. But even with some kind of stronger picks, I thought the Gnar would be a much stronger pick.
Well, at the end of the day, jungler gets blue are pretty much just getting outclassed mechanically all across the board. Their laning phase just isn't in the same league as that of China now boys. But we'll see how they progress over the season. Maybe things will improve for them. But they're...
I hope what they can... I mean, the series is probably lost from this point. This round.
It's over.
It's over. What they need to do is just take from their mistakes now and learn from these. Look at their picks. Look at their phase. I mean, you got to look at their pick and ban phase for one. They've got to be much smarter on it. This is a really silly call.
What are you going to do at this point?
I know it's desperation. I mean, Trick2G would probably be proud of them right now to try. No, he wouldn't actually. Not when the god tier dice like that.
Alright. So, here's what I believe. When say you're losing the game really badly, right?
Yeah.
At some point, you're going to have to go for some kind of desperate all-in. Alright, that's just the case. You're gonna have to try and make some kind of big play. Here's a common mistake that teams make, even pro teams, right? Why make the desperate play before? Why make the desperate play after the inhibitors have gone down? Why not suck it up and make it beforehand? I understand that you don't feel like you're in quite as desperate a position, but even if that Baron had worked out, they still would have been 2 inhibitors down. This is GG. Look.
That's just ridiculous power just coming out from these. I mean, Quackham just outclassed in a way. And
I think they need more practice for the lane swap as well. They initiated it, but I don't think they fully understood the ramifications, which is fine. Lane swapping is one of the more difficult things to actually pull off successfully in League of Legends. It's not easy to do.
As the Nexus does fall, and you just got to look at that. So, from that, that's a 2-0 series taken out there for China Not Boys. Things to take away from that game, of course, from our color caster. Things to take away from the play-by-play that also does analyst work. Don't pick Udyr.
I agree with that statement. Udyr is not a solid pick in the current meta. I mean, 0-6-1. What more can I say?
Don't pick LeBlanc if you didn't do so well with the last game. I'm not being fully mean, but it just got outclassed. They knew how the LeBlanc worked.
Yeah, they obviously understood the matchup. It was Quackham